levantaré mi bandera, estando en mi país o estando allá afuera, porque para mí, mira, no existen fronteras. Yo levantaré mi bandera, wow. Levantaré mi bandera, estando en mi país o estando allá afuera, porque para mí, mira, no existen fronteras. No, no, y es que hay mucho sentimiento, lo grito al viento, de ser latino nunca me arrepiento. Lo digo desde la Suiza, centroamericana, rebota en Colombia y en Dominicana y yo.
Hey guys, I'm the Latin Babbler. I'm here with Izell Munoz. We are here for the second episode of I Choose to Be Healthy. This is where I get to learn what to eat, what I did last week that probably I messed up in, and we go over some meals. So it's actually going to be pretty exciting. So Izell, I'm gonna go ahead and give it all to you. You're basically in command now, and I'm the guest of my own show.
All right. So, how did it go this week with journaling your meals?
Journaling was not a problem, except for like a few times where I was so hungry that I devoured, and then I was like, oh crap, I forgot to take the picture. And then we actually, because everybody here gets served the same exact thing, so we actually had to take the picture from somebody else's plate. I think that happened with the chicken and the potato ones, where you were asking me like, what's underneath the chicken? It's because it was all mixed up. That was that plate. Aside from that, it was tedious, I'm not gonna lie. So like it wasn't easy to like journal everything, but I have to say that it was kind of cool from an accountability standpoint, because I felt like, oh, okay, I have to do this. Like there's something that I have to do before I eat. The biggest issue I think that people will find is like if you're having to put the mood from after you eat, because you've already like took the picture, you put in like the prerequisite of it, how you felt before you ate. But then sometimes I just don't go back to put, okay, now I feel fully satisfied or satisfied. And for the people listening, I'm never satisfied. So I eat and I just constantly want to eat. So, but it did kind of make me like, I felt like if I didn't do it, I was cheating myself for some reason, if that made sense.
That is very common. Some people will find it tedious, and again, it's more so for the accountability, and that helps us again to understand how it is that you eat. What's your meal pattern? What do you like? What do you dislike? So it only benefits you in the long run. It's a sacrifice, and it's also a commitment to yourself. So it can be tedious, but again, that's what I want to remind you, that it is a commitment to yourself of making these changes, helping yourself to be accountable, and then it helping me to help you in the long run.
Yeah, I feel like self-paparazzi. It's like, it's like I'm constantly like, you don't need to know. It's just weird, but it from the minute I started using it, it was really cool. Like the app is really helpful with like all the different things. It helps you learn, like self-learning. So for me personally, I just realized that no matter what I put in there as a goal, I personally suck at drinking water. And I've realized that through the app. Like I think I had water that one time throughout the week. The rest of the week, I was drinking some type of subset of it. So that was the biggest take from it all. And I'm gonna let you figure out whether if what I ate during the week was even good or not.
We will discuss that, definitely. Well, I do want to say thank you for setting your own goals. That is something that I don't see very often, and that's why that was one of the things I encouraged you to do, was to play around with the app and actually use it to your benefit. So I was super proud of you that you set your own goals for yourself to check in with us, and we could continue to follow up on that. That was definitely one of the goals I was gonna discuss with you about your water intake. Like
I knew I was gonna get crap for that.
Not everyone likes water, which is, again, it's a common thing, but there's ways, like we discussed last time, to implement that intake of water, doing like they call the spa water, putting your mint and cucumbers, things like that, or the flavor enhancers that are sugar-free, things like that. So we can always try to implement that if that's something you're willing to try.
I mean, I'll try everything almost once or 3 times. I don't have a problem with that, so I'm good.
Good. Alrighty. So I wanted to kind of go over just what you put into the journal, your meals and how you were feeling. You had a concern about your weight fluctuating this week. And we know you got a new scale as well.
I had to get a new scale because I got on the old one. And when we first, the first session that we talked, you had asked me what my weight was. And I had said 387 because the scale that I had, told me 387. And then I find out that the scale is actually not working. It's producing errors every single other time I step on it and all kinds of stuff. So I got the new scale and I realized, okay, I was a lot heavier than what I was when I first started eating. And so the loss that I had wasn't, based off of the 380, it was actually still in the 390s. So the new scale has me at 391 instead of 387. Which makes sense because I've tried both scales now, and one of them constantly does the error or 5 pounds under, and the other one has been consistent the entire time I step on it. So,
okay, so that's good to know. I'm glad we settled that because you were really concerned. Through our messages, you're like, "What's going on? I don't know what
scale's deceiving me. Like, what the hell's going on here, man?"
It can be. It definitely can be. But I do want to mention to you, again, when you're in a weight loss journey, there are different factors that are going to affect weight. And so a lot of times people have this misconception that if I eat less, I'm going to weigh less. And that's not always true for everybody. And so when you mention I'm not satisfied, I'm still hungry, there's things that we can do to make you satisfied. And so that was one thing that I did notice in a lot of your meals is they were healthy. Like you made pretty good choices, and they're lacking things to help to keep you full. And so,
that makes sense.
Like you have your rice cake. Rice cake is perfect. It's a whole grain. You're getting some nutrients in there. Your B vitamins, your iron. But just the rice cake alone is not going to fill you up. They joke like, "Oh, you're just eating air," so you're not going to get full with just the rice cake.
I was tempted to eat it with pernil, but didn't want to go that route.
Yeah, so in the meal plan, that's what my goal is to implement those recommendations that I have into your meal plan with foods that you enjoy eating and making sure that you're actually getting full off of them. Okay. And so when it comes to that weight loss journey, your weight is going to fluctuate. It's very rare that you see that it, just trends down. Like you're always just constantly losing weight. Weight loss journey is always a roller coaster. So you're going to see it go up, you go down, you might see it go a little bit back up, and then you might see a big drop. And that's very, very common. And a healthy weight loss per week is 0.5 pound to 2 pounds. More than that, that's when us providers start to get a little bit concerned. And that is, again, one of the big misconceptions that people have when they're losing weight. They think like, well, I need to lose 10 pounds in a week. Or, you see those fad diets that are like, you can lose 30 pounds in a month and you'll be good. But it's also dangerous because that can affect other things. It can affect your sleep, your libido, your energy, just your overall affect, your mood. You can be hormonal. So, again, when you're doing those fad diets, they're not always the best choice because of those other factors. So I've seen people who, eat really low calorie diets and they are depressed. They have borderline eating disorders and they, no energy, they can't sleep, things like that. So this is why we take the individualized approach in making those changes that are actually sustainable and that are going to take time. But ultimately, the goal is for after you're done with us, you're able to still implement those changes and reach that goal that you have.
So I have a question about that because my weight is pretty severe. So I noticed that at my weight, for instance, if I start exercising or once I start exercising, my weight will drop because of how big I am. Differently than somebody who's trying to lose weight at a smaller frame, correct?
Yes, definitely. That can happen, definitely.
Okay, because I don't want anybody who's like 300 pounds or 400 pounds like I am to like lose 8 pounds in a week and then be like, oh, okay, I must be doing something wrong. It may just be that your body's really, you have so much water weight and all these different factors that could kind of do that.
Yes, so there's definitely different factors when you're losing weight that quickly. Again, people who are in a larger body, that is something that we can commonly see, that it's a lot of weight in 1 week. But again, we want to try to slow it down so it's not so drastic each week.
So there's no shock in the body, so to speak. Yeah.
Exactly. So that was one thing I wanted to mention to you. So again, it's a roller coaster. It's not just straight downhill.
Okay.
So let's see. I have my questions here, so I'm gonna be looking back and forth. So I did my calculations on, your healthy weight loss, the calories that you would need for yourself, in order to begin to lose weight, and then, around your goal of July is when you had said.
Yeah.
If you eat about 2,200 calories, that would be the goal.
So 2,200. Okay.
About 2,200. But I don't want you keeping track. You don't need to.
No, but just to get an understanding.
Yeah. Your meal plan is already set up, and so anyone who does sign up with us, I let them know, like, I'm not having you track calories. That's my job. That's what I'm supposed to do for you. So this is just for the weight loss period. Once you hit your goal, your calorie needs are going to go up to maintain.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
And so that's what a lot of people don't understand, is that they'll just continue to stay at that low, and then they wonder what's going, they'll start to kind of panic, like, I'm not losing weight, or I'm gaining weight back now. So it does have to change for the different stages that you're in. So
okay.
Loss, it's going to change. Okay. So let's see. Do you have any questions so far with that information?
No, I don't. I for the most part, yeah.
Okay, good. So based on your meals that you provided in your journal, again, I know you had already started to make your healthy changes as of Sunday, the last time we spoke. So there can be some limitations to that, because I might not be seeing the true reality of how you were eating prior to meeting with us. And so that's why we really encourage you, like, just, you can wait, let's see how you really do eat. And there's limitations to that. But from what I saw, again, you ate pretty healthy. You made good choices. And, I did some encouraging messages like, hey, try to add a vegetable. I didn't see one today.
She's like, you were a lot better this day than you were the other day. I did notice that you added some green in there. So
you had a vegetable, which is great. So
like,
some of the recommendations you had that one leaf of spinach.
That one leaf.
No. So the recommendations that I had put here for you, it's, again, to implement smaller, more frequent meals. Because I noticed that you kind of have quite a big gap in between your meal times. And so when we wait too long, that makes us sometimes overindulge. We're so, we get to that point where we're like hangry. I need to eat everything in sight because I'm so hungry by that point. So sometimes that can happen. You definitely eat a good amount of fruit, which that's awesome. That makes me happy. Again, I mentioned to you the vegetables. We want you to add vegetables as much as you can. So the ones that you prefer, that's what I would want you to put in. And then, like I mentioned to you, making your meals to where you're going to keep yourself full. So making sure you're having foods from the different food groups to keep you full and satisfied until the next meal. So like even like your snacks, you want to try to have snacks as a protein and a fiber. Combining those two elements can help to keep you full. And so in your meal plan, this is all set up for you. And
okay,
then, of
very
course,
awesome.
The next recommendation is your water. You got to drink your water.
Yeah.
Okay.
At this point, somebody's just gonna have to like attach it to my mouth, like just some mechanical device that's just constantly pumping water in me, because I don't know what it is. Look, I was so pumped that I had created that like water jug with the lime and the cucumbers. And I started drinking that, and I was almost like halfway through, but it was still sitting there by the end of the day. I don't know why. I just kind of like tapped out after a while.
Okay. So, I mean, again, we can find, if that's not working for you, then we'll find some other way to get you that water. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, at this point, just let it rain all day and I'll stand outside, you know.
With your mouth open?
With my mouth open, just sit there and absorbing it. See if that's the best way for me to get my water. It's crazy.
Oh, goodness. But yes, so water would be one. And then again, from what we calculated for your needs, your calorie needs might go up a little bit. Okay. And so again, I warn you, your weight might go up a pound or two. But with the meal plan, you're going to see it go down over time. Okay. That's very, very common.
Yeah, and I think that's important for people to know. This isn't a sprint. It's a, it's a whole ass. What do you call that?
Marathon.
Marathon. Yeah, that's the word I was looking for. Like if you're trying to get from 0 to hero in a matter of 3 days, this conversation is just not for you. Like you can go look at YouTube for, how to lose weight in 30 seconds. Like that's not what we're doing here.
Which you can't. So.
Yeah, well, I mean, these other people think that they can, but I'm just saying this isn't this is for a healthy lifestyle. That's why we're having this discussion.
Yes, and just to encourage people, your listeners as well, stick to a registered dietitian. We have the background, the knowledge to help you to make those incremental changes. And anyone can call themselves a nutritionist, unfortunately, but not everyone can call themselves a registered dietitian. So. Yeah. Seek a registered dietitian if you really want to make changes that are going to last.
I mean, that's it. Don't just seek any registered dietitian. Just go to Nutr.izzy. So, I mean, that's what they're here for. Just go to Izell. She'll take care of you.
Yeah, we will help you. So your calorie needs might go up a little bit. And so I want to show you now your meal plan. So if we can post up the meal plan. Give you your idea.
Give you right second. Hold on, let me get sure I got this up.
So while your meal plan is loading, I do want to say again with this package that you purchased, it's the 5-day meal plan. And so the 5-day meal plan is to be repeated for 2 weeks. And the reason we do that for 2 weeks is because we want you to be consistent, and sometimes it takes time for people to be consistent and make the changes. So it's 5-day meal plan for 2 weeks, and then on the weekends, you and I can plan out your weekend meals, or you can pick and choose the meals you enjoyed, have them on the weekend. So there's always that room for adjustments in those meals. And then in this meal plan, if there is something you do not like, that you're like, he said, what the hell is this? I'm not going to eat this. You let me know. Again, this is a package that you purchased, and I am more than okay to change things if I have to. Yeah. So as you can see in your meal plan, I mean, you would have to see it on your end again. You have the different days set up. So it shows you your breakfast, your lunch, your dinner, and I put you with 3 snacks in order to meet that calorie need. And so each meal has the different elements of each food group. So you have your whole grains, you have your fruits, you have high fiber, you have your vegetables, you have your proteins. And so all of these combined in each meal helps to keep you full, helps to maintain your energy, helps to keep you focused. And then, like I mentioned to you, it can help you with sleeping better as well. So this is why I implemented certain foods in here. There might be foods that you're like, nope, I don't want to try that. Again, you let me know, I can make that adjustment. But I also want to expand your palate, try out new things. Because a lot of times you never know, you might enjoy it. But again, once you tried it and if you're like, nope, I'm not eating this again, you let me know and I can change it.
I'm actually pretty game with this. This is actually pretty good.
Okay, cool. So I showed, you have your Monday schedule, you have your banana chia pancakes. All the meals I tried to do under 30 minutes, and on the snacks under 15 minutes. So
how big
prep
are those
time,
pancakes supposed to be?
they're, let's see, I need like a good visual. I don't have like a something here, but I guess the size of like a small plate, like the
Oh, so that's
circumference
pretty
of a small.
decent, though. That's pretty decent.
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah, I didn't know if I had to,
but
like,
you
if this was actual size. I had to turn around.
that's but they're actually really filling. These pancakes in particular are really filling because of what's in them. So,
Oh, yeah. I
um,
mean, they'll have a
did
blast with that.
yeah. So I increased some of them. Or you'll see 2 servings because to meet your calorie needs, you need 2. So like the meal, it'll say to make just 1 pancake, but you're gonna eat 2. So it'll show you how to adjust that in the.
Okay.
You keep scrolling, you'll like in
Very
the
cool.
recipes.
Yeah,
And I know you're like me. We got a sweet tooth, so
I
I
do.
put some dark chocolate. Yeah, I'm the same way. This is my favorite snack, the dark chocolate with rice cake. I live off this. This is my dessert. I love it. So again, because we added in the nuts and the seeds, that's your protein, your fiber. It's gonna keep you a little more full. So than just a plain rice cake.
So the seed and nuts in there, that I can find that, right? Where I can just, and then it says dipped.
Yeah.
So am I supposed to find a rice cake that has that, or am I just supposed to make that recipe and then dip the rice
You,
cake that I have?
you will make it yourself, so it's gonna have like the chocolate chips. You melt them, and then you can just.
Oh,
Add it
okay.
in.
Very cool. Very cool. All right.
Yeah. So the recipe goes into all the detail on how to prepare everything, how the measurements.
Yeah, I didn't know if
Everything
I was supposed to
exactly.
go to all of a sudden Whole Foods and spend $3,000 on some chai dipped.
No. You can buy these foods anywhere, any location. I unfortunately don't have a Whole Foods near me, so I go to my local grocery store, and I find
That's all
everything there.
right.
So yeah, so you can find all your ingredients usually at your local grocery stores. Um, and then if you want to scroll down, you can see the other days. You can see your Tuesday meal. I did have one day of repeat. That's why I asked you about the leftovers. So I have one day that repeats itself, and that's
Very
just
cool.
again just.
My kids are gonna freak out because we don't have to go to Starbucks anymore for those egg muffins things that they try to give.
Yes, you can make them at home. And
Did
they're
you
way
want me to
cheaper.
stay here, or did you want me to move on? You want me to keep scrolling so they
You
can kind
you
of?
can keep scrolling. Yeah.
Oh,
Go
I love
ahead
the
and
strawberry
scroll.
mango spring smoothie.
Yeah.
You have my heart
Yes, I
there.
saw your McDonald's one.
I
So
am
I'm
a
like, all right, let's
smoothie
find something.
freak. Oh,
So this is again that repeat day.
okay. And look, I don't have a problem with that because if it's like really tasty, like for instance, chicken, the Caesar wrap with grilled chicken, that's like amazing. Like I will devour that. That's right, and I love
Gotcha.
salmon, so that's actually really good. Can you substitute the
Gotcha.
like if for somebody who for whatever reason can't do salmon, let's say, is there a
Oh
different
yeah,
fish
definitely.
that you can kind of switch out? Because like tilapia is
Yes,
cheap
definitely. So
salmon, for instance.
yes. So yeah, usually when I have someone let me know like, oh, I can't have that, or for whatever reason, they just let me know and I can make that adjustment. That's very, very easy for me to
Okay.
do.
Me, I love salmon, so I'm good with that. So this is Thursday. Ooh,
Right.
Thursday looks nice. It's colorful. Ooh, chicken fajita bowl. Look at that. Somebody
You're gonna
tapped
get
the inner Latino for that one. Wow. P.F. Chang's chicken lettuce wraps. That looks tasty.
These are a hit. These are a hit. So I
My
hope you
daughter
enjoy
is
them.
going to hate Thursday's breakfast. She is not an oatmeal fan, so she might eat something else. My whole family is going to
She
be,
could
I
bring.
mean, my son's going to be making most of these dishes, so it's, it's kind of one of those
Good.
things where we're kind of just doing it as a family as a way to eat
That's
healthier anyways in general, so.
Yeah, and that extra support only helps you. So that's perfect. That's ideal. So Friday
Oh,
would be your
Friday I get
last
a
day.
burger.
You get your burger and some fries.
Ooh,
We did
sweet potato
sweet potato
fries.
fries. Again, get you some more nutrients every time you eat. So, not to say that, French fries are horrible, but again, you're going to get way more nutrients from the sweet potato fries versus the French fries. So,
As good as breakfast smoothie. There's another smoothie again.
Yeah.
As good as the almond milk. Do I get it with or without the vanilla flavoring?
That's up to you. That's preference. Again, ideally, I would want it the unsweetened.
Okay,
And
because
so
I know
I
there's like
put in,
a what is it, like a 60-calorie difference between the two,
yeah, yeah.
something like that.
Again, this was more main concern in the smoothies is your protein. So this protein helps to keep you full. So in this recipe specifically, that's going to call for the 2% milk, but like I put in a note there, you can use 1% or almond milk. So everyone has different preferences. You can choose what you prefer.
Okay, so this all starts Monday.
Monday.
So that's kind of cool. Zesty. So it's just the fries. Like, don't add anything to it. Don't throw.
It has seasoning.
No, I mean like no chicken or anything like that. Just the fries on its own, right?
Just the fries and then the burger.
Oh, it's all part of the thing. Okay, I'm sorry, I read that wrong. So it's the lettuce. It's the okay. So it's the what do they call that? There's a name for that, right? It's not a lettuce burger.
Protein burger.
Protein burger. That's what it is.
Yeah,
Very
protein
cool.
style. So basically lettuce wrapped.
I get 2 patties though,
getting...
and 2 cheeses.
You
see my excitement. You see.
But again, room in your meal plan. Again, when I plan your meal, there's always room for adjustments in the calorie intake. So again, if you're like, this is not filling enough with 1 patty, you let me know and I'll increase that.
Okay.
And I'm also just considering like beverages as well, because you drink other beverages besides water. So there is that leeway of flexibility.
You saw me go. I was all excited. I started drooling. Oh, I get 2 patties? Yeah. Like, it's like, yeah, I get 2 patties. You start twirling and stuff like I won a football game. Like, it's crazy. All right, so it's Monday.
Again, if you're not you let me know.
So what do I do? Like, for instance, like on the week. So for this starts Monday, which for people who don't know, this will probably go out and we're probably in the middle of Super Bowl or something like that. So she actually gave me some leeway there. So, but like I noticed that it doesn't have like a Saturday or Sunday. So is there like a specific day a way that I continue those 2 days, or are those two
So like I mentioned, with this package specifically, it's the 5 days. So the weekends, you have the choice of either we can plan it out. Like if okay, I'm gonna go out to eat that weekend. Help me plan my dinner meal or my lunch meal.
Oh, okay. So we can kind of communicate a schedule.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
And for the other meals, you can choose to repeat one of the days or just choose what you liked in the meals.
Okay, so this is not like 2 cheat days though. Like they don't go off and all of a sudden these are the 2 days that we visit Taco Bell and Burger King and turn around and go to Pollo Loco and we do a whole round tour museum.
If you do choose to go out and eat, that can be communicated to me and we can plan ahead. All right, this is within your meal. Try this out. And that's something that I've always done with my clients. I've had a lot of clients during like holiday season and they're like, I'm going to be out and about. I'm going to be traveling. And I just tell them, send me the locations that you're going to eat and I'll look at the menu and we'll go from there. We'll see what you can choose from there.
Yeah, and she actually communicates well. Yeah.
Thank you. It's a great tool just to have that, in your back pocket of like, okay, I know I'm going to go eat out. This is one of the favorite restaurants I have. And I know I'll have that go-to of a healthy option when I'm on, when I'm on my health tip. So it's definitely beneficial for you as a client.
Yeah. So if you look, when you get the app, first of all, it's really cool because you'll see your notifications where she's actually looking over. I mean, she will look over your meals and she'll ask questions. She'll be like, what is that? Like, what is in that? What is under that? And you'll be like, it's almost like you're trying to have to, even if you're trying to get away with stuff, she can see it and she's going to keep going forward from it. But
Don't
she
hide it.
you know, what I mean by she communicates well is that if you need to, like, if you actually put in one of the mood for the day or something like that, or if you, like, for instance, one of the days I think I woke up like extremely tired and like didn't have a lot of energy. And so you're able to actually put those moods in there, and then she will actually respond, you know, with whatever she feels is probably a good idea for you to kind of take for the rest of the day, which is kind of cool. So that's why I asked about the weekends, because I you know, people see the 5-day menu. I don't want them to think that, oh, all of a sudden weekends are cheat days. And yeah, like, I'm free. The dietitian is no longer looking at my stuff, and I can go and run around. And, you know, it's like they're on the beach eating burgers all day with like fried foods. So, but it's
Yeah,
kind of
no.
cool. So
The
you can
weekends,
actually message. Yeah.
yeah. The weekends again are an opportunity for you to learn for yourself, because I'm not going to be there every day to hold your hand, you know, or tell you what to eat. So that weekend is like that first test, is like of trying to figure out, okay, how can I eat healthy with my weekend lifestyle? Because a lot of people do live differently on the weekend. You know, their weekdays are normal, consistent routine. Weekends can be anything and everything that happens. And so planning ahead is only going to be beneficial for you reaching your health goal.
Yeah. Now, she did have me install cameras around the entire house. Just
I'm
even the
watching
bathroom.
you.
No, I'm just kidding.
No.
Everybody's like, what the? No, we didn't do
No.
that. It's not like that. But I will say this, though. Even with the foods that I ate this week, and obviously I need to start incorporating exercise, because, you know, we don't want to not promote a healthy lifestyle without exercise. I mean, you have to do it, whether it's even walking. That's the one thing I did notice. I put in those goals that you asked me to put in. And I think I maybe did the sweets one. I definitely did, with the
Yes,
exception
you did.
yesterday. I think, you know, and I'm always wondering if like this is a sweet. So is this
Yes.
considered a sweet? So then I failed
This
on
is
that
from
part.
Starbucks.
That's a
Well,
Starbucks drink. Yeah,
again,
that's the caramel brulee
beverages,
latte.
yeah, the beverages, you got to be careful, because it's a dessert. It's not coffee. You know, like people think, I'm going to get
Okay.
coffee. What are you putting in your coffee? Truly. And again, if you're getting you know, I've seen people get 8 pumps of, you know, whatever the sweetener is, you're having a dessert. That's
Yeah.
sugar.
Yeah, can I have a
Let's be
caramel
real.
brulee latte with vanilla, you know, like this. So in case people don't know, this is a caramel brulee latte with sweet vanilla cream cold foam. And well, I think that's it. But just a sweet vanilla cream cold foam, I'm pretty sure, is plus whatever they put in for the caramel and stuff like that is.
Yeah.
That said, I haven't had a breakfast, so for me, we just kind of got up, went to get that, and then we're coming back here. The next time we'll eat is lunch or something like that. But yeah, I was wondering about that, because as I kind of start changing out I mean, obviously, I'm not going to be able to do it Monday to Friday on that. But what is it? I guess from a standpoint, I know we're running out of time. What is it from a standpoint that makes sense when I can have that, or if I should not touch it at all? If it's one of those, like, you know, crosses, you know, vampire type stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, what is when I'm on this schedule, nothing matters, right? Like, it's what's on the list.
It's what's on the list, but again, I'm very much one of those dietitians that I believe that all foods can be included. And it's just about the portions and then the other meals that you're having. So if they're like, instead, like, I really want my drink from Starbucks, what can I do? Like, we can balance it out. There's ways to balance things out. And so even, again, the portion size too. So I can be like, all right, Rafael, go ahead and have that small portion. Fulfill your craving. I'm very much one of those, let's fulfill that craving, because the longer you wait, then you overindulge. Then you'll have it like for 4 days straight, versus just going in with that moment, having that item, and then you're like, all right, I'm good. My craving is satisfied. So we can always discuss that. If you do feel like, all right, I really need one of those, we can implement it. Okay, and then we can also see like how we can change it to make it a healthier version, not just a dessert drink, you know.
It's good to have a support group. So, for instance, this used to be a Trenta, and then it went to a Venti, and then my daughter was the one that was like, "No, you can get the Grande now." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because it's the smallest one that's on the list. So that's where the support group definitely comes in, where you're sitting there, they're kind of cheering you on and saying, no, like cut it back to the smallest one if you're going to have it. So you're not taking in the full thrust of the sugar that comes with it. So
exactly. And then you're not denying yourself that as well. Because that's where it comes with the, again, with the weight loss, the fad diets, there's so much restriction that you can't sustain it. And so once you walk away, you're like, okay, I finished the diet. What do I do now? You go back to your old habits. So if you implement those foods that you like and that you enjoy at a smaller portion or less frequent, you're more likely to be successful in, again, reaching that health goal of whatever you have. So I'm very much deny yourself, but let's look at the portion. Let's look at how we can healthify it a little bit. And again, you still get your craving. You'll be good.
I like the word healthify. We're going to healthify it. Sounds like a good movie. Yeah. Or actually a conference. There we go. The next time we have a conference, Izell, it's going to be called Healthify 2022.
Okay. That's the next one.
Yeah, we're going to have like a whole Zoom conference meeting.
There you go. So with this meal plan, I want you to look over it. You have the weekend. Really look at the ingredients, look at the grocery list, look at the recipes, and let me know, like, if there's anything you want to change, we can change it. What I want you to do is this coming week, you're going to be journaling those meals that you're eating. Okay. And I want you to also focus on your water intake. So, do you feel like you would want to try like a flavor enhancer?
I have the ones that are like, I mean, if you can send me a list of the ones that you feel are good, because I mean, even when I add the fit and free or whatever it is, the one from the store Aldi's, and I haven't tried like those other ones where you squeeze in like a drop or two or whatever that is. So whichever ones you feel would actually work well, then I will definitely try that.
Okay. So I will send you a list in your email. Different options you can try. And because we want you to drink some water. Definitely. We want your kidneys.
As much as I'm saying, like, I would like to drink some water, I'm just like, I feel embarrassed. I feel like I'm the only person on earth who doesn't drink water the right way.
No, you'll be surprised. I have so many clients, and even just people I know personally, that don't drink water. So you're not alone at all.
You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go to the gym and just, like, almost die or something, and that's when I'll know that I need it.
You don't want to do that either. You don't want to dehydrate yourself.
I'm going to dehydrate myself just so I can justify that I drank all that water, only to basically just be plateaued. So, yeah, I don't know.
Please don't. Yeah, so, again, you're going to journal your meals for the next week, and then let me know how it goes. If the weekend comes around and you're starting to think like, okay, I don't know if I want to repeat meals. I do know that I'm going to go out. You send me a message and we'll plan it out. You can plan out the weekend.
Okay, perfect.
All right. So the next follow-up is going to be with our wellness coordinator, Ryan. So he will do his questions and assessment on the different factors that he goes into. But again, you and I will continue to keep in touch in the app, and the Healthy app. Any questions you have, you let me know.
Okay, and for people who don't know, look, they have the 15-minute free assessment, so make sure to take advantage of that. You know, you can catch them on social media. I think it's Nutr.izzy. I almost got it wrong the first time. So you can find them on Instagram. And the information we've provided, so, you know, just try to reach out to them to try to get that 15-minute free assessment. I mean, it's free. The worst that they can tell you is, hey, you know, you got to change your life. Imagine that. And then, you know, go from there and figure out what you want to do for yourself. But great information. Look, I had a lot of fun actually using the app throughout the week, as tedious as it was, because it kind of helped me keep track of everything. So that was kind of interesting. But all right, until next one. Anybody who's watching this, you guys know where to reach us at Latin Babbler Show. Visit our website, www.latinbabbler.com. Make sure you go to Nutr.izzy and make sure you turn around and get one of their plans, or at least get that 15 free assessment. Izell Munoz is ready to take your calls. Yeah, that sounds so customer service. So thank you guys. Have a great one, and we're out.
Desde Nicaragua hasta Costa Rica, con esta canción todo el mundo se identifica. Llamen a los chilenos y a los cubanos, llamen a Puerto Rico y a los mexicanos, que ya se armó la rumba. Desde Panamá hasta Ecuador, vámonos a Perú y luego hasta Salvador. Que se escuche en Brasil y Argentina. Yo quiero un grito de mi gente latina y levantaré mi bandera, estando en mi país o estando allá afuera, porque para mí, mira, no existen fronteras. Yo levantaré mi bandera.